Can everybody hear me? Awesome, awesome. Wow, what a day. What a day. What an interesting 9 months. Everybody's been working super hard. First of all, I want to say for folks that are maybe tuning in for the first time, my name is Austin Theriault. I'm a small business owner from Aroostook County, former NASCAR driver, and I'm really honored to be nominated tonight as your representative to the Republican Party in the second district. You know, tonight means a lot because tonight was a victory for the working people here in Maine. The working people here in Maine feel left behind, and it's been going on for too long. We need more voices in DC. We need more voices around the state that are willing to stand up and speak out for what's right, speak out for the people who sacrifice, work hard every single day for their families and are not getting any help right now. Now is our time to fight back against what's going on. I like to say tonight was a victory, and the victory was that we need to put people over politics. It was what I discussed when I first ran for state house. And that certainly resonates with people around the state of Maine. People are tired of politicians. They want results, and it's time we get to work for them. People around the state right now feel disenfranchised. They feel forgotten. And at the end of the day, we have so much that we should be proud of as people here in the second district. When we wake up in the morning to make a living, the sacrifices that people make, I oftentimes like to think about those that came before us, the previous generations, those that maybe didn't graduate high school, those that maybe worked on a farm, those that maybe were loggers and truckers. My grandfather is here tonight, and he's 82 years old. He grew up during rough times. If you want to know something about what it's like to have to get up in the morning and work hard, go and talk to that man right there. He sacrificed for our family, but because of his sacrifices, he made our future stronger. And that's the story around the state of Maine that we should be very proud of. We have hardworking people here, but we feel left behind. And now it's time for us to make our voice heard in not only in Augusta, but in Washington, D.C. I want to take a second just to thank all of the awesome volunteers and the county chairs and the people that knocked on doors, the people that donated and dedicated their time. When I was racing in NASCAR, people always said, well, you were the driver and you won the races, but it wouldn't have been a successful season without the folks that work behind the scenes every single step along the way. Folks, we wouldn't be here tonight if it wasn't for the hard work that you put into our campaign. And that's why we've been successful, because when we engage and we work together as a party, that's how we're going to win. I talked a little bit about my family, and I have my family here tonight. I have my sister. The little ones are sleeping, obviously. The little niece and nephew are probably sleeping. Got my grandparents here, got my parents, other folks here. I want you to know how much I appreciate the fact that we came from very humble beginnings. My father, worked with my grandfather in the family business, and times were tough. They know what it's like to have to make payroll, make ends meet. And there was times where they probably didn't think they were going to make it through the rest of the season. Logging is like that, right? You have good years and bad years. It's just like farming. Sometimes you make money and sometimes you lose money, but it's all they knew. And for so many people around the state, they're just hanging on. People are hanging on by a thread. They can't get ahead. They can't pay for their groceries. They have a hard time mixing to pay for their health care costs, their medication, heating oil. and it's unacceptable. We got people right now in DC that are talking about cutting Medicare, making cuts to people that are living on a fixed income. Let me make it very clear to folks listening here tonight. They're going to falsely claim that as a Republican, I want to attack Social Security. That couldn't be farther from the truth. As your congressman, I'm going to protect Social Security. We have to make sure that we defend those that paid their whole lives into the system. People are struggling to make ends meet as it is right now. We shouldn't be going after the working class because government likes to spend too much money. You know, a lot of times these folks that are suggesting all these changes, they've got millions of dollars in stocks. They play the stock market. They've never had to work an honest day in their life, and I'm not afraid to say that. Some of these people, they've lost touch with reality on the ground. They're more focused on Wall Street and less focused on Main Street, and we've got to change that. We need to elect politicians who understand what it's like to have to make ends meet on the ground, have to pay bills. And for too many people, they just feel like the political class in Washington, D.C. has forgotten them, and we need to put a change to that. And this starts in this campaign here in the 2nd District, because not only is the 2nd District full of hard-working people, but we're people that are not afraid to make our voices heard. The 2nd District is one of the most independent districts in the whole, in all of New England. It's voted for Obama twice, and it's voted for Trump twice. We're going to make our voices heard this November. We're going to win this thing. We're going to hold those that go to Washington, D.C. and talk a good game, but don't deliver for the people in the 2nd District. Folks, after tonight, it's become clear. I'm the nominee, and we're going to go up against Jared Golden. Jared Golden is a nice guy. I would love to have a beer with him, but he has failed the 2nd District from a multitude of standpoints. He's not showing us leadership in the areas that we need strong leadership in. Businesses are closing. People are having a hard time keeping young talent here in the district because they're leaving the state and leaving the area because they feel like there's no more opportunity for them. That's unacceptable. We have natural resources here. We have a beautiful state, but the fact that Jared Golden is nowhere to be found on important issues of economic development here in the state is unacceptable. He's also been very clear that he supports Joe Biden. And Joe Biden just recently said he's very proud of 7 laws that have been implemented during his administration. The media doesn't want to call it like it is, but Jared Golden supported Joe Biden on 6 of those 7 major pieces of legislation. It's failed here in the 2nd District, and we need to hold Jared Golden accountable for saying one thing here in the state of Maine, voting differently in Washington, D.C. I won't continue to go on and talk about politics. I want tonight to be about you folks here. I want to spend some time with the people who have worked so hard for us. I want to make sure that we thank Mike Sobolewski and his team for fighting hard in this race. I appreciate anybody in this day and age that wants to run for office and put their name out there. With how crazy politics is these days, I want to thank his team and him and Mike himself for running a race. And I hope that we can really come together as a Republican Party. We have great ideas. We have ideas that are going to help the Maine people from an economic standpoint, from an educational standpoint, from a border security standpoint. We have to come together as a party. I hope we can do that in the weeks to come and focus on the big picture, which is making sure that we don't have another 4 years of Joe Biden's failed leadership here in the country and on the world stage. We cannot take another 4 years of that. We have chaos right now from a multitude of standpoints.
They both say,
we cannot afford.
I've always thought, you know, this.
We have to hold the far left liberals in D.C. accountable for the actions that they've taken against the working class here in the state of Maine, and that starts with Jared Golden. Folks, let me just end with saying the buck stops with him. One of the first things that happens when you get elected to Congress is you make a vote for the Speaker of the House. The question I have to ask us is, do we want Jared Golden representing our district for another 2 years, electing a very liberal, progressive Speaker of the House, knowing that the agenda that those people are going to push across are detrimental to the second district? We cannot afford that. We need a common sense, forward-looking, business-minded, common sense conservative representing the second district here. And that's how we're going to bring our state back. That's how we're going to bring jobs back. That's how we're going to provide opportunities for kids to want to stay here. That's how we're going to fix the border. That's how we're going to push back against the crazy EV mandates that are being proposed right now. Common sense has gone out the window. Our race is going to be about bringing common sense back, defending the working class, and holding those accountable who want to see America continue to go down a dangerous path. And I'm looking forward to working with President Trump on the agenda that we need to focus on right now, which is securing the border, addressing the drugs that are coming across, addressing the mental health crisis that we've got in our communities, making sure that we take on China, making sure that the trade that we have going on here is fair trade, because we've seen areas of the state decimated, mills closed down, paper mills closed down, manufacturing's moved away. The Trump agenda is going to be pro-working class, and that's what I look forward to sharing with the Maine people who are undecided on who they're going to vote for in November. The working class is going to vote for President Trump. He's going to win the district by over 10 points, I'm predicting. So we're going to have to work with him. And I look forward to sharing, some comments with folks that are here tonight. I'm not going to go on, but this is about the people who have worked on this campaign. I'm very proud to be your nominee, and I look forward to serving you in Washington, D.C. if we're successful. Thank you.
Churning and burning, they yearn for the cup. They deftly maneuver and muscle for rank. Fuel burning fast on an empty tank. Reckless and wild, they pour through the turns. Their prowess is potent and secretly stern as they speed through the